What made the 90s the greatest decade to be a kid? Was it the epic cartoons, the iconic commercials, or the unforgettable toys that ruled every playground and birthday wish list? Do you remember the first time you held a Game Boy or begged your parents for a Furby that wouldn't stop talking? And what about Pogs? Did you ever risk your entire collection in a winner-takes-all match at recess? The 90s weren't just a time, they were a vibe. A wild mix of color, creativity, and chaos that shaped how an entire generation played and dreamed. From digital pets that beeped nonstop to toys that caused shopping riots, we're diving into the legends that define the decade, where today we unwrap the top 10 toys that define the 90s. Get ready for nostalgia, surprises, and a few "I totally forgot about that" moments. Number 10. Pogs and Slammers. Before smartphones and streaming, kids carried stacks of cardboard discs to school. Pogs were based on a Hawaiian milk cap game, but exploded into a full-blown phenomenon by the mid-90s. Each Pog was decorated with flashy designs, TV characters, or brand logos, and the goal was to flip your opponent's Pogs using a heavier slammer. Winning a match meant keeping the Pogs you flipped. Talk about high stakes in the playground. What made Pogs so addictive was the blend of skill, strategy, and trading. Despite being banned in many schools, the ban only fueled their popularity. If you had a metallic slammer, you were playground royalty. Number 9. Easy Bake Oven. It wasn't just a toy, it was a rite of passage. The Easy Bake Oven gave 90s kids their first taste of culinary freedom. Introduced decades earlier, this toy saw a resurgence in the 90s thanks to bright colors and smart marketing. What set it apart? A working light bulb that could bake cookies, cakes, and even mini pizzas. It felt like real cooking without the danger of a stove. Kids across the world hosted tea parties and baked treats for their siblings, all powered by 100 watts of genius. The Easy Bake Oven sparked creativity and made kids feel like real chefs in their own kitchens. Number 8. Talkboy. Originally a movie prop in Home Alone 2, the Talkboy became an unexpected sensation. Every kid wanted to be Kevin McAllister, and this device let them live the fantasy. With its built-in microphone and the ability to slow down recordings, the Talkboy turned any child into a prankster or budding audio producer. You could record your voice, slow it down to sound like an adult, or mix messages in funny ways. Kids loved the idea of pulling off clever tricks like in the movie, and the Talkboy delivered. Its popularity soared during the holidays, making it a must-have toy almost overnight. Number 7. Polly Pocket. Tiny worlds. Big imagination. Polly Pocket toys came in compact cases that opened to reveal miniature homes, castles, and even amusement parks. Inside each were tiny figures, just under an inch tall, that sparked hours of storytelling. Polly Pocket appealed especially to young girls, offering pocket-sized adventures they could carry anywhere. Its genius lay in portability and creativity. The designs were intricate, and each set connected to create a larger world. Polly's tiny scale made her unique among dolls of the decade, and she helped lay the foundation for collectible toys that would explode later on. Number 6. Gigapets and Tamagotchis. Long before apps ruled our lives, digital pets demanded attention and tantrums in the palms of our hands. Tamagotchis and Gigapets were more than toys. They were responsibilities. Kids had to feed, clean, and entertain these pixelated creatures, or they'd get sick or worse. The bond between child and device was surprisingly emotional. The constant beeping made them classroom enemies and parent nightmares, but that only added to the thrill. Millions were sold, and they even taught kids early lessons in caretaking and consequences. Miss a feeding? Your pet didn't forgive. The pressure was real. Number 5. Super Soaker. Water fights would never be the same after the arrival of the Super Soaker. While previous water guns were simple squeeze toys, Super Soakers used pressurized air to blast water much farther and much harder. Kids loved the power, the range, and the cool sci-fi designs. It turned ordinary backyard skirmishes into epic battles. Models like the Super Soaker 50 and the Monster XP 1000 became legends in their own right. It was the summer weapon of choice and even got grown-ups involved. The Super Soaker didn't just define a toy category, It redefined outdoor play. Number 4, Bop It. Bop it, twist it, pull it. If those words don't immediately trigger a memory, you might have missed one of the most stressfully fun toys of the 90s. Bop It was a handheld reaction game that challenged players to follow rapid-fire voice commands. With each successful action, the pace would speed up, creating a test of focus, dexterity, and nerves. Simple in design but genius in execution, Bop It became an instant party game. Whether solo or multiplayer, it was hilarious, frustrating, and addicting. The rhythmic commands stuck in your head, and still do, to this day. Number 3, Beanie Babies. They weren't just toys, they were investments. Or so we thought. Beanie Babies stormed the 90s with their cute designs, clever names, and limited releases. With tags that made them feel collectible, kids and adults alike went wild hunting down rare editions like Princess the Bear or Peanut the Elephant. For a while, people genuinely believed these stuffed animals would pay for college. Though the bubble eventually burst, there's no denying the cultural grip Beanie Babies held. It was the first major toy craze of the internet era, and it paved the way for future collecting frenzies. Number 2, Nintendo Game Boy. Launched in 1989 but dominating throughout the 90s, the Game Boy changed gaming forever. It was the first truly portable console with addictive titles like Tetris, Pokémon, and The Legend of Zelda. Game Boy made it possible to play anywhere, on the school bus, in the car, even under the covers at night. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't in color, but it worked. And it worked well. Pokémon Red and Blue especially became social phenomena, with kids linking devices via cable to battle and trade. The Game Boy wasn't just a toy, it was a gateway to an entirely new gaming culture. Number 1, Furby. It talked. It blinked. It learned. It also freaked a lot of people out. But number 90's toys sparked more curiosity and craze than the Furby. Released in 1998, Furby was a furry, electronic creature with glowing eyes and the ability to learn English as you interacted with it. It was part pet, part robot, part mystery. Kids were fascinated. Adults were baffled. And the demand? Insane. Stores couldn't keep them on shelves. Furby became the face of holiday shopping madness and even raised questions about privacy, with rumors it could record conversations it couldn't. Still, the Furby's mix of cuteness and creepiness made it the undisputed king of 90s toys. From Furbies to Game Boys, Pogs to Super Soakers, these toys weren't just pieces of plastic. They were our companions, our obsessions, and our wildest adventures in the making. They defined a decade, shaped our childhoods, and left a legacy that still echoes in pop culture today. If you've ever smiled remembering your Tamagotchi or cried over a lost Beanie Baby, you know exactly what we're talking about. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I read every single one. Share this with a friend who needs to see this. Subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, it's worth it.